Hey everyone, today we're going to explore the risks of working with contractors within your agency, which I'm sure each and every one of you has done. So, while contractors can be valuable resources when you need extra help and when you're not ready to take on a full-term commitment, there are risks associated with it. So, let's dive into them. Number one is the lack of commitment. Contractors will be able to have multiple projects, multiple clients, and it might lead to a lack of focus within your agency's specific needs. This can be mitigated more if you hire them full-time as a contractor and try to ensure that they're not doing other projects. The second one is intellectual property. So, protecting your agency's IP is really crucial. And while you may have a contract, if this freelancer is living abroad, it can be difficult to enforce if something should, go into a conflict there. The third one is the onboarding time. So integrating a new contractor into your agency, the processes, the tools, and so on, it can take time. And then of course, you're also not guaranteed that they're going to stick around. So it can be a lot of time invested that may not pay off in the long run as, let's say, onboarding a new employee. The fourth one is a cultural fit. So of course, a lot of us do work with contractors internationally because nowadays you can do everything remote. So you might be dealing with different time zones, different cultural fits, and things like that. The next point is obviously the legal and tax implications. So you should be aware of what's going on in your country where your agency is based, because you may have tax implications that you're not aware of with these people, which result to penalties and fines. And in the worst case scenario, there's also the issue that you might be, again, if you run into any sort of legal issue, which happened to me once with a contractor of mine, where they did something wrong on an app project and the client was threatening to sue me. Now, I could have gone and sued the contractor based on the internal contract that I had with this person, but doing so would have implicated me going to their country and getting them in court, and it would just been so complicated. And finally, we have, of course, the long-term commitment. So again, if you have someone as an employee where you're paying all their benefits, their medical, their social security, all of this, depending which country you operate in, typically they will be more dedicated to your agency and more grateful. Even if you have them as a full-time contractor where you pay them a full-time salary, it can still feel a bit disconnected. So, you shouldn't be surprised if at any point they jump ship to another agency and maybe a local one that is able to pay them this. So if you want to look at options for, let's say, solidifying your team, even if you are hiring overseas, you can look at agencies that do local hiring and then you pay them as a service. For example, we do this for clients for our team in Colombia, where we pay their salaries, we pay all of their benefits, and the agency pays us. And that way they know that they're, full-time employed. So there's a lot of services out there that do this, and you may want to benefit for it, especially if you tend to be working more within one country or hiring people within one country. There's a lot of companies out there that do this, so it could be very beneficial for you and less risky for your team and your projects.